take the road with me to London.
Good evening and welcome to the first lift in the men's 56 kilo Championship of Europe. On stage, Stephen Otero for Spain, 97 kilos, first attempt. You've missed none of the action. Nice ways to start, the first of two Spanish lifters, young boys. Steve is just 21 years of age, and a nice way to start. Well, alongside myself, David Goldstrom, as ever, Randy Strossen from Iron Mind, 56 kilo Championship of Europe. It's been quite an interesting championship over all the years, particularly when Halil Mutlu was lifting. And believe it or not, Randy, before the final entries, the Turks had put 3 lifters in, and one of those was Halil Mutlu. And I went up to the president of the Turkish Weightlifting Federation and I said, are you serious? Because he is, 38 years of age now, the Olympic champion as he was, world and European champion. So he has the appetite, but I'm afraid the body isn't quite strong enough.
What did Hassan Akus say to you when you asked him?
To be honest, I couldn't get a straight answer. I got a smile.
Yeah.
Well, just to bring you into this competition, here is the second young Spanish. This is Josu Braki of Spain, 19 years of age. The bar's gone up to 100 kilos. 2 Spanish lifters, Bulgaria, Moldavia, Turkey, Poland and Azerbaijan, all represented. 8 finalists, 8 contenders in this competition. The leader in the clubhouse before we got underway, Mirko Scarantino of Italy, who totaled 228 in the B group a little earlier today. So he at the moment is the leader in the clubhouse. So here comes the second of the Spanish guys to lift. And an equally good start, this young man who last year was 5th in the Junior European Championships.
A bit easier, I think, maybe even than his teammate had it. In some ways, the most pressure on these guys are the first ones out of the blocks. The weight in the bar keeps going up. They've got the lowest weight, so they're first out. 3 attempts, want to get that first one on the board. Both of them succeeded.
And Scarantino from Italy, 102 kilos in the snatch, so we haven't quite got there yet. He's still the Italian who lifted earlier in the day. In picture there, the Polish lifter, Maciej Szejburkiewicz. Quite a name for us to handle, Randy, but we'll do our best to...
Can we just call him MS?
we could, but I'm gonna Maciej, we could call him. And here he is, 102 kilos on the bar for the Polish lifter. Poland, of course, who've already started these championships in fine style, thanks to Marjana Kopinska, who actually won the women's 48 kilos. You're looking at this man who, a year ago in Kazan in Russia, in much colder temperatures, was just outside the top 10.
I'll tell you one thing I was watching really closely. This has come up the last couple of years since they went to these stick-on numbers. His number came off right by his foot, right before he started to lift. I don't know if we'll pick it up on camera. Look at his left foot if you can. I was wondering where he was going to hit it. But anyway, onto the lift itself. Shoulders over the bar in the start. Had to walk forward just a bit, and if the bar was out front, had to get his body under it. No calamity with the number.
So Otero, good start. You can see there, had a 97 kilos, so has gone straight up to 102. That's 5 kilos, that's a decent increase. So obviously he was very comfortable and confident about the first one. Now he's being asked to push himself a little bit here.
Yeah, setting that hand up. Mutlu used to do that for a sit grip because his hands were small.
22 seconds.
Well, that's nice, and wait till you see how low he went on this. See it on the slow motion.
And the thumbs up as much as anything else, because that's a new personal best by 2 kilos.
Yeah. Okay, watch his hips in the bottom position. He'll come pretty close to the platform. Looks really close from there. Walks forward, maintain control of the bar. Good lift.
And already out on stage, this is Shaper Kievich. Second attempt, 102 kilos for him also. Much better. The old nerves blown away by the first success. Now he's a little bit more relaxed, and the technique there was 100% better.
Yeah, there's that piston-like movement. Watch his body in the bar. It's just going to be going up and down a straight line. Watch this. Up, down. Sticks it. Just what you want. No excess movement. Body and bar go where they're supposed to.
So early days, but 3 men on 102 kilos, but still Mirko Scarantino from Italy, because of his lighter body weight earlier in the day, 54 kilos 47, just having the edge over these men in the A final at the moment. But I doubt that's going to last for too long. Bar going to 105 kilos for Bracci of Spain. Second attempt, but this should be, you know, given what he's been doing. He did 107 kilos in Paris last year in the Junior Europeans, 109 in the opening discipline. So you would hope, Randy, that he feels pretty confident about this.
His body language as he approaches the bar, I think, will signal what he's feeling inside about this. I'd say he's confident. He's got a little bit of swagger as he comes out. And for good reason, he owns that weight, at least here now.
Well, this is the new generation of Spanish lifters. What was it, about 5 years ago, we had the Junior Europeans in Puerto de la Cruz in Tenerife. I was down there for that competition, and that's one of their big development centers down there. And, well, the Spanish are scheduled to hold next year's Europeans in Valencia, and you can see that this is perhaps the revival of Spanish lifting.
Yeah.
For quite a long time it was the women who were making the headlines. Now maybe it's the turn of the Spanish men. And this is Otero. Very good to have 2 young lifters in this class, pushing, working with each other. This is the older man by 2 years, Otero, and he's going for 105 kilos. So he's already got 1 personal best. Now he's trying to increase this. Now this would be 5 kilos better than ever before on a competition stage.
Which is really a lot, especially in the weight range that these guys are handling.
But this is where he's taking himself a little bit into the unknown. How hard did he work for that, Randy?
Yeah, he had to adjust in the bottom to save it, and might have overcompensated a little bit when he was coming up. What I'm talking about here is, watch, when he hits the bottom position, he's losing the bar behind a little bit. He's got to rock, get his hips back under it, and then as he's coming up, he's going to end up losing. Okay, there's the rock and the adjustment. Now he's going to end up losing it in front. It might just be softening up, but here it goes. He might have relaxed a little too early. What a shame.
Shaper Kievich for Poland. 105, his 3rd attempt. Look at that.
We didn't get it on camera. I'll describe it after.
Trzymaj.
Okay, I alluded to Mutlu earlier. Mutlu had small hands, and so he'd use his... Yeah, one red on that, but it's good left. Use one hand to set the other on the hook grip, and then we use the knee on the other hand. This guy uses his foot to set the remaining hand on the hook grip. Never seen that before. Walking forward.
Oleg Sergey, the defending European champion from last year in Kazan, representing Moldavia, and 24 years of age, I should say Moldova. Apologies to all Moldovans. 265 kilos, his total, the total that he aspires to. Won the championship last year with 262. This is 107 for the outright lead first attempt.
Very tall for this class. Boy, does he look thin out there. It just goes to show looks are deceiving. I mean, he's handled the heaviest weight so far. He's getting set over the bar. Shoulders will end up being well in front of the bar when he starts that pull. There, pump the hips. There he goes. Sticks it.
Really good. Feet absolutely rock steady in line. Didn't take a pace. And now one of Turkey's heroes and great servants, Sedat Artuç, 35 years of age, so with no disrespect to him, he's in the veteran stage, but in a career which has seen him take Olympic bronze and 2 European championships, here he is. The first of 2 Turkish contenders. The fire's still there.
Made easy work of that.
He did indeed. He won 2 European championships. The first one, 2004 in Kiev in the Ukraine, just before the Athens Olympic Games, and then defended the title successfully in Sofia in 2005 in Bulgaria.
Good view there of how the power in weightlifting really comes from the legs and the hips. Driving the feet into the platform, pulling the bar up. It's not arms, it's not upper body, it's not beach muscles. It's really basically around the core of your body, and legs and hips are the prime movers.
By the way, thinking of body weights in this particular class, Oleg Sergey, who you saw just before Sedat Artuç, 55 kilos, 97, the defending champion, the heaviest in the class. And the other heavy man in this category, Gökhan Kilic, the younger of the 2 Turks at 24 years of age, 55.93. Now, Gökhan Kilic posted 260 as his aspiration for a total. And Oleg Sergey 265, and Asan Muradov of Bulgaria, young Bulgarian, also 265, but a little while till we see them. And now this is the 3rd attempt for the younger of the 2 Spaniards, who's gone 100, 105, 110. So decent increments on each occasion. And now this is for a new personal best by a kilo. So the coaches have asked him, and now he's asking himself.
And the answer is yes. I can lift this.
Very nice lift. 110 kilos. It was smooth, it was quiet, it was economical, it was effective, and he's got a new PB.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. 100, 105, 110. Good sequence.
Yeah, it was lifting, appeared to be lifting well within himself. I mean, there was a certainty and quietness there which suggested there's more left.
Oleksiagi with the bar going to 112. Now, this is the weight that he achieved on his way to the European title last year. Still to start, Muradov of Bulgaria, Christoph of Azerbaijan, Kilic of Turkey in the wings, still warming up backstage. Half a minute at his disposal.
Полный выход на носки!
Coming down to 10 seconds. We're lifted on 5, and well, you were referring in the women's competition to one younger Romanian who you wanted to see a bit of fire. There was a demonstration of someone who's got some fire inside him.
Absolutely. You could see it when he was getting the smelling salts before he came out. He was getting pumped up, and the way he pumped his hips before he started, and that little fist pump right there when he made the lift, that was nicely done.
112 kilos on the bar for Sedat Artuch. Now, the height of his powers, 122, 125 kilos was where we were used to seeing him. But he could still be effective in this class. He for so long in the shadow of Halil Mutlu. Fifteen seconds. Well, Randy, it'd be interesting on your take here, because certainly I think the power and strength were there. This is about technique.
Yeah, I don't think he fully committed to going under the bar. Remember, David, it looked to me as if he was holding back just a blink at that critical moment when he had to really race to that bottom position. I think he held back just enough to miss the connection.
It's interesting because I was talking before these championships started a few days ago to Dr. Hasan Akush, who's president of the Turkish Weightlifting Federation. I was saying, well, how is Sedat, for this? And he said, he's okay, but, there's a question with the calf, there's a question with the back.
That might be why. He might have been guarding an injury.
Just might be. But, he's not a man who's ever made an excuse in the past. I mean, he's pretty solid. By the way, yesterday was the quadrennial election for new officers in the European Weightlifting Federation. Dr. Antonio Urso, the president for the past 4 years, successfully re-elected, and a change of General Secretary after 21 years of fantastic service by Marino Casadei. He now takes over the responsibility for the money as the treasurer, and in comes Dr. Hasan Akush as the General Secretary to take over after these championships for the European. So Sedat's following himself. He's got 40 seconds. Currently in the individual bronze medal position, but needs these kilos to keep himself there or thereabouts. This for the lead in the first discipline, the snatch. Better. Stand still, feet must be in line. I'm expecting 3 white lights, and 3 white lights indeed is what comes his way. So that's a good recovery.
Absolutely. And that had been a 5-kilo increase, nothing to sneeze at. And he made it. You can see how close the bar is to his body. He'd have to do that on a big lift.
course, Randy, that was double body weight. Now, from the 35-year-old to the 24-year-old, this is Gökhan Kilic for Turkey. Runner-up to Oleg Sergey in the European Championships last year in Kazan. He made 5 out of 6 lifts, which was a good sequence last year. He totaled 256. Sergey won the title with 262. So there's the differential. Can he make that gap up in the space of 12 months of hard work and training?
Hold it!
Well, here's a guy who looks as if he's ready to celebrate a good lift.
Turkey 1, Turkey 2.
Yeah.
Kilic goes ahead of Artuc, and Sergey drops into 3rd place. He's got one more attempt to come.
You mentioned the need to keep the bar close to the body. That was a great shot from the side. You can see how close the bar is to the body. Better leverage that way. And lifters will work to keep that bar close. Coach is watching the board. Temps are up there, strategizing. It's a little bit of a game of chess back there. He's going to take this. He'll respond this way. Give and take. Action, reaction.
Bar going to 115 kilos on the Eleiko bar. And that platform you're looking at, pretty well the same platform you'll be seeing in the London Olympic Games, which hopefully you'll join Eurosport to watch all of the weightlifting during, the Olympics, just over 100 days away, Randy?
I haven't counted, but I'm looking forward to being there.
So on to the stage now, Asan Muradov. This is his opener. Bulgaria coming back into international competition after a torrid time, both on and off the platform. Well, he got very deep, didn't he?
Yeah.
You just saw him going back on his heels and
lost it behind. Swung the bar probably at hip height. Tried to save it, lost it. Did a couple of positives, and rather than pay the drug fine, they said, okay, we'll take the suspension, and now the time's run out.
Well, that's really why we haven't seen him for a couple of seasons. I mean, he's only 20 now. He was 8th in Minsk in the European Championships when he totaled up 241, and he actually made 6 out of 6 lifts in Belarus on that occasion. 20 years of age, you just can't be sure how far he could go, but there are plenty of his age group who have made it ultimately. He's got time on his side.
Yeah, Bulgaria, of course, has been a legendary powerhouse as a country in this sport.
And there you can see this long, thin warm-up room. But actually, the space working out pretty well now. And Muradov is going to have to come out and follow himself. Just to let you know that Valentin Hristov of Azerbaijan, formerly of Bulgaria, is the only man who hasn't yet started his campaign. He's posted 117 as his opener. And that's gone up a couple of kilos.
Yes.
Originally it was 115,
right.
So he's obviously going well in the warm-up. And Muradov. Now, if he's going to be a player, and he did say that 265 was his target, he can't afford another mistake. Much better.
Saying to himself, now, why didn't I do that on the first attempt?
Indeed.
Makes this look quite light. Watch how high relatively he will catch this. Well, didn't quite get it on that view, but he caught this pretty high. What I mean by that is he did not have to go into a really rock bottom squat to meet this bar.
Yeah, the first failure, clearly a good wake-up call.
Yeah.
So that takes him into the lead by a couple of kilos, and Kilic is second, Artuc is third, and Sigi, the defending champion now, who's dropped down to fourth place. This is to put him back into the 116 kilos. Well, he's certainly the most animated athlete that we've seen so far.
I don't know, it's good to be excited, but you don't want to waste this energy.
Well, I can see why he is excited. He was disappointing in Paris. He was down in 17th in the world rankings. He only contributed 108 kilos in the first half of the competition. And even when he won last year's Europeans, 112. So that 116 is bringing him back into a much more respectable position. So, the appearance of the world bronze medalist from Paris, representing Azerbaijan, the former Bulgarian Valentin Christoph. 117 for the outright lead first attempt. Zlatan Banev, former Bulgarian world and European champion, watching on. He's gone to the coaching side of Azerbaijan, and very straightforward first attempt there, Randy.
Yeah, this is experience and experience. So we've got a guy been lifting in Bulgaria for years with a top former lifter now moving into coaching role, as you mentioned, both highly motivated to succeed in this new environment.
Yeah, but at 18, he's the youngest of the whole class of 8 that we have on stage today. And now Gökhan Kilic. Between Muradov, Sigi and Kilic, on paper at least, just 5 kilos between them. So certainly all 3 should be involved. And when you add Christoph in, there's 4 major contenders for the championship, certainly. 117. Kilic heavier than Christoph, so this will only take him into second place, but it'll keep him right there. Turkish fans beginning to get into this.
Yeah, this is like, let the celebrations begin, I think. Yeah, we got 4 attempts left. I don't know what these guys will be doing by then. Snatch is about a timed explosion. It occurs in very short space, very short period of time. And so you can almost see the celebration as being the natural reaction after the guy succeeded with the lift. But on the other hand, you like to husband that nervous energy. You don't want to squander it in celebration if you can use it for elevating the bar or lowering your body. A couple of slaps on the traps, that's just to adrenalize them a little bit.
Muradov. Well, all of these attempts of his are obviously big new marks on a competition stage, but 1-2-0 now, third attempt. So close. I mean,
up and over. There's not a big margin for error in the snatch. There's a pretty precise balance point overhead, and he didn't quite have it.
But here you go. Up. And it escapes.
Yeah.
Just shows you, even with the failure, the explosive power that he's got, even on that leap. But it does him a bit of damage, Randy, because it leaves him on 115, and now here comes Gökhan Kilic to try and go 121. Now this is a 4 kilo increase. And yet another man going for a new personal record on the competition stage. Well, that was a good attempt, the third one. Actually, for me, Randy, of the three, the best of those attempts, and 121 shoots him into the lead.
A couple of 4 kilo increases along the way. Turns out, well warranted. Nice succession.
Interesting. Defending champion, Sergei, 24 years of age. This boy, 24 years of age. So far, Sergei, in the European Championships last year, in the World Championships last year, always had the edge on the young Turkish lifter. Could be tonight that those roles are reversed. Mind you, I think this is a man they've all got to try and beat. Christoph absolutely seems to be going in the right direction. And 122, just taking the kilo necessary to give him the advantage. He again has body weight advantage over Kilic. He's enjoying himself out there.
Yeah, the mood really changed here a few attempts ago, right? And now everyone say they're enjoying it, they're celebrating, and we're seeing some nice lifts.
And going to 123 kilos.
Which will be, what, a European junior snatch record?
Yeah, well, he's 18 years of age, so it's in that area.
I think it'll be a junior European record. Got the right atmosphere for a record attempt. Succession of good lifts. Lifters loosening up a little bit.
Well, the 123 actually is already a record by a kilo. So the bar's going to 125, Randy, for the last lift. So this is for, as it were, another junior European record by what would be 3 kilos. But perhaps more significantly, this is to get Christoph away from Kilic and away from Sergei, because these 3 kilos, you just don't know, but they could be very significant, because it could take him up to 120. What am I looking at? 124 it would be. No, he's just done 122, hasn't he?
He's got...
What's he done? He's just done 122.
22.
Yeah, so he hasn't.
25.
So he hasn't actually broken the record.
No, this is the record.
This is the one.
Yes.
Right, so this would be the 3 kilo increase, which would take him to 125 and give him a 4 kilo advantage going into the second half of the competition.
Plus, he's got body weight.
Yes. So there you got it. New junior European record attempt. Well, you wouldn't bet against him, Randy.
No, he's on a roll, and we've got the right environment here right now.
Terrific.
Boy, he stuck that, didn't he?
Explosive power. I mean, that's all the snatch is, isn't it? The blink of the eye.
Yeah. Literally less than 1 second.
I mean, that bar is moving, if you relate it, faster than speed limit in Great Britain, which is 70 miles an hour.
Okay, watch. Here it comes. Write him a ticket. Be ready to write the ticket. Very fast. Good sense there of what I mean when I say the lifter's racing the bar with his body. He's racing to get under it. Jump up, jump down. You can see how quick he was. I love you.
Yeah, so first record is a junior European of these championships, and at the halfway stage, it's Azerbaijan who are in front. In front, as you can see there, by 4 kilos, defending champion Sig. He's got work to do. He's 9 kilos off the mark, and he's behind Kilic. And then Muradov, that third failure, very expensive. Had he got that 120, well, he would have been in the medals. And then Sedat Artuch, the 35-year-old Turk, not bad with 112 kilos.